While the world is now focused around the human rights atrocities currently in Afghanistan, particularly the women, the question arises, are women in Afghanistan safe? Well, you have Taliban, which has occupied Afghanistan now, heavily backed by Pakistan. And the question here looms large that Pakistan itself seems to be unsafe for women. In fact, here we have Afghan pop star Aryana Sayeed, who has accused Pakistan of entirely funding the Taliban and appealed to the international community to help the people of Afghanistan amid this crisis. Aryana Sayeed, who has fled Afghanistan after the country was taken over by Taliban, said that she hopes the international community puts immense pressure on Pakistan. Let's take a listen what she says as she blames flatly Pakistan for the crisis in Afghanistan.
For me, I feel, grateful that I'm out of the country right now, but then my heart is going out for those millions of people who are left behind in Afghanistan, especially the women of Afghanistan. And what they went through the Taliban regime 20 years ago was just crucial. It was just unbelievable. And now we are back to the same point where we were 20 years ago, and it's unbelievable. I really am really worried, really concerned for all those women who are going to be stuck inside their houses once again, and they're not going to be given their basic rights, which is just as mere as like going out, on the road. They cannot even do that. They have to have a male, person with them, and they cannot go to school and study and stuff like that. So I feel really bad for them. The future, I cannot say anything right now, but this for sure, I know that if Afghanistan is really going to be left in the hands of Taliban, there is no future for Afghan women. There's no way, because what we have experienced with them, they don't have a good history with us, and we don't trust them anymore. I hope that they can put some pressure on Pakistan, because I personally believe that we are dealing with all these major issues in Afghanistan because of Pakistan. I mean, Taliban, by now, all of us, we know that Taliban are being funded by Pakistan. They're being, instructed by Pakistan. Their bases are in Pakistan. This is where they get trained. So I hope that the international community, first of all, if they cut their funds and they don't give funds to Pakistan, they won't be able to have enough money to fund Taliban further. Videos, we've seen evidence. We have evidence that Pakistan is behind, empowering Taliban. Absolutely. Every time our government, would catch a Talib, they would see the identification and it would be a Pakistani person. So it's very obvious that it's them. And I do blame them. And I hope that they back off and they don't interfere in the politics in Afghanistan anymore. You know what? On behalf of the entire nation of Afghanistan, I want to express my utmost gratitude to India. And I want to say thank you, because, over the years, we have realized that the only good friends amongst the neighborhood that we had, it was India. India has always been good to us. They've been a true friend. They've been very sweet and helpful and kind to our people who were refugees in India. Every Afghan that I've met in my life that were in India before, they've always spoken very good about Indian people and about how they were treated in India very kindly and very nicely. So we are grateful forever. And once again, thank you, India, for everything that you guys did for our country and we are doing.